The Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, has designated emergency funds to cover funeral expenses for those who suffered a death of a loved one due to COVID-19. The Funeral Assistance Program, as a new reimbursement initiative is called, starts on Monday, April 12th. If you paid for the funeral of a loved one who passed away due to COVID-19 anytime between January 20th and December 31st, 2020, you are eligible to be reimbursed for those costs under the program. Other eligibility requirements state that the death must have occurred in the United States, the death certificate must indicate that the death was attributed to COVID-19, and the applicant must be a U.S. citizen. The deceased, however, need not be. Income level does not disqualify an applicant from being reimbursed. John DeVito, director of DeVito Funeral Homes here in Arlington, explains the role of funeral homes and how they can assist.
So unfortunately, the funeral home cannot be party to this application at all. But with that said, we obviously are, because, for instance, the 30 or 40 clients I've already contacted with, this could be a year past the time of the funeral, so they don't have the paperwork, they don't have a copy of the bill, they don't have a copy of the death certificate, and they're like, what do we do? Well, I have to present that to them, get them a copy of the bill so that it has the right data on the billhead, and then usually get them a copy of the death certificate, which comes from the town or city clerk where the death occurred or where the person lived. So there's a little work involved. So, although we're not allowed to be involved, I think just by mistake or by osmosis, we're going to be involved. So I would say one of the message I think is important to get out is every family has a relationship with the funeral home, whether it's DeVito or Keefe. Call your funeral director and say, listen, I need some help. They're there to help you. And it's just a little paperwork hassle, but that's what we do.
Essential documents showing their funeral costs are also required. According to John DeVito, there is no paper application. Simply call FEMA's toll-free number and you will go through a 20-minute screening process that covers your demographic information and the funeral costs. Documentation can be sent to FEMA by uploading the documents online, via fax, or by mailing to FEMA's P.O. Box in Maryland. The program reimburses up to a maximum of $9,000, and there is only one application per family allowed.
The phone call is going to take about 20 minutes. I would, if you're at all interested in the program, be on that phone at 6 in the morning, because like most government programs, the funds could run out, and then you'd have to wait for another rehash of the CARES Act or the program that funds those. So I'd be up early, on the phone early, getting the phone call in.
The toll-free number for FEMA's Funeral Assistance Program is 844-684-6333. A representative from FEMA will assist you in completing the application over the phone. Multilingual services are offered. One thing Mr. DeVito would like you to be aware of is the ever-present danger of scams. The only way to apply and be reimbursed is by calling the toll-free number. FEMA will not initiate any contact unless you have already applied through FEMA. And once again, the program gets underway on April 12th. For more information, please refer directly to FEMA.gov or call the Massachusetts Funeral Directors Association at 781-335-2031. For ACMi News, I'm Anim Osmani.